Hello and welcome to another recording from my channel. This will be a continuation of the 2025 Temporal Recruit with the episode arc of Future Proof, episode Sunrise.
With the war over, it's time for us to rebuild, to take stock of our situation, and to return to our roots as explorers. We've recently noticed that a star in an unexplored system near Ferenginar has become unstable. There's nothing to indicate any change to its stellar life cycle, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to chart the system, investigate the star, and improve our understanding of what's happening. I want you to head up this investigation. Find out why this star is suddenly dying, and make sure it isn't going to be a threat to any nearby worlds or systems.
Okay, so part of a set, so you can do this mission 3 times. It's an energy weapon, so possibly your choice between the cannon and the phasers and the dual phaser, maybe just those two, as they are part of a set. We received instructions to pick up a stellar phenomena specialist, a Cardassian scientist by the name of Tenora Zvel. She's currently at D Space 9. We can beam her directly aboard from the station. Noted, we'll pick up the specialist when we reach D Space 9. Let's hope it doesn't take half an hour to load each screen. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's hope they all go that fast. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, looks like it's fully loaded. Looks can be deceiving, apparently. Okay, let's get to Deep Space 9. Delta Fleet. Oh, I don't have access to Deep Space 9 with my transwarp. Let's have a quick gander at what I need. Is it diplomatic? Oh, we'll find out in a sec. Deep Space 9 level 4, and I'm only at level 2. Okay. That's in the beta quadrant, the alpha quadrant. Corner is up in the top corner. I almost think that's the mining one. Okay, let's go to Goncora because I know for a fact that's in the top corner of that sector. And again, hopefully it won't take forever to load. Warp out of that sector or star map, whatever. Okay, that's not Goncora, I think. Oh crap! That is still the beta quadrant. Hey mate, Goncora. Did I not read that right? Concra system. Pretty sure that's what I clicked on. I don't know what the hell I clicked on if it wasn't Goncra. That's okay. Ah, you have to go to what the bloody arrows are. area up there. Okay. So you can't go into deep space here. You can only go deep space where the arrows are. And then I've got to go all the way to Deep Space Nine through the sector. Actually, I think the Deep Space might have been from the original release of the game when you could do missions out in deep space. They've kind of deleted that. Okay, so that's not... I thought that would have been Sherman's, but I was wrong as usual. Gotta, again, I've got to start watching Star Trek again. It's been a long time since I've watched anything other than the MCU. And even that I haven't really paid much attention to lately. Planet. No, it must be an Alpha Quadrant then. A Beta Quadrant. I think this is the Alpha Quadrant. Oh, someone's got a Borg ship. If you're wanting me to play any other games, just let me know. I'm happy to try out games, but I do prefer the space age ones and also base building games. I do plan on doing another Planet Crafter playthrough once the latest release gets released. I think it's mid-November, so sometime probably, if not around Christmas, early next year, I'll start that one.
Thank you for the pickup. I'm Tenora Zuval. Let's get started. My preliminary observations show some kind of unknown stellar problem. This unexplored system near Ferenginar is undergoing solar death. Basically, it's as if the star is going out suddenly, but there's no good reason why. We need to get close enough to take some readings and see what we can figure out.
I see. Helm, depart from Deep Space Nine. Okay, so on Deep Space Nine, the Cardassians were militaristic. The females were more scientists than the males because they had an analytical mind that allowed them to do the science required. So you'll find that a lot of the story arcs will revolve around Cardassian female scientists and mixed gender military. Although the Cardassians in general had pretty good minds and were able to make... Oh, I can't even think of the words. Their filing system was considered one of the best in the galaxy. They were so very meticulous in their labeling and making sure everything was where it needed to be. Okay, I think this story arc introduces the Lucari from memory, which are a TOS. Star Trek Online introduction species. We've arrived in system about 0.5 AU from the star, sir. Still no indication of what's causing the stellar decay. Detecting only gas giants in system. No signs of rocky planets other than the occasional moon for those Jovians. We're a little outside optimal range. We could probably get better resolution on sensors if we nudge a few kilometers closer. Let's move in closer, get some readings of the star and see if we can figure this out.
Getting swamped with solar radiation. Try reducing the gain on your sensors. Initial results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that it should be conducting fusion. It's as if it suddenly decided that it was no longer going to do hydrogen fusion, just heavier fusion processes.
Let's collect some stellar particles and see if we can find any clues with a more detailed analysis.
This kind of matter is ejected during corona events. We should be able to collect some with your ship's ramscopes if we head to one of the ejection zones.
We'll set a plot of locations where we can take samples. Okay, something just froze up again. Keep forgetting there's mini games in these things. When you're doing this particular mini game, just focus up at the top corner, because as you go further down, it does actually change. So you're going to just kind of stick to the top bit up here. Makes it a little bit easier sometimes, if you know what you're doing in the first place. One more.
Results are coming in now. This still isn't making any sense. It's as if the star's life cycle was suddenly accelerated somehow, but it never went through an expansion cycle. There's no good explanation for this yet. Maybe something else in the system caused it.
What if this phenomenon affected other bodies in the system as well?
If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of similar problems, with nuclear and chemical reactions in the system's gaseous bodies. There's a large amount of gaseous stellar matter further from the star. We should have no trouble checking that hypothesis.
Set a course for the next closest body in the system.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive clouds between star systems. Finding a micronebula in system like this is quite rare. This may be the result of an event such as a cosmic string, shearing through a gas giant and turning it back into particulate matter. I'll need some more readings to know for certain.
Determine the best places to scan for information.
All the particulate matter will make your ship's sensors unreliable beyond a few kilometers, and shields will be offline. The best we'll be able to do is to check small areas until we get close to something unusual. We should head to where the deionized particle density is highest.
Switch to short-range scanners. Reading deionized particles, icy fragments, trace amounts of inert matter or materials. Picking up some low-level distortion, possibly from impulse engines. Another ship may have been here recently. Keep searching. If there's another ship here, we should see it if they know anything. Reading energy search, possibly something ahead. Tholians. Yeah. Inside the rock. Stand inside the rock. Right up to the next one.
Data is coming in now. Nothing unusual coming in from the nebula, but those Tholian ships were quite far from home. Unfortunately, they can't give us answers. Looks like there's some heavy ionization on the far side of the nebula, though. As if it's receiving some kind of reflected radiation from one of the gas giants.
Set course for that gas giant. Okay, destroy a couple of asteroids and scan something. There's a large asteroid ring around this gas giant server, reading a few metallic asteroids and some low-level radiation. Maybe some additional clues, but nothing concrete. There's a lot of small debris moving at high speed here. Nothing we can't clear up with our weapons, but we will need to make sure not to miss. As you can see, got to destroy one or two of these things. Helm, stand by for evasive maneuvers. I can't word. Set course for the largest radioactive asteroid. This asteroid is mostly silicate with a few small deposits of iron and magnesium. Nothing particularly special. Move on to the next asteroid. This asteroid has some zinc, copper, cobalt, plus traces of tungsten and mercury. A bit uncommon, but it doesn't give us any clues. Move to another asteroid. Large amounts of nickel, some titanium and uranium, lots of silicon. Here's something interesting, sir. This asteroid's been excavated along one side. Looks like someone used a primitive mechanical probe to crack part of the asteroid and remove some of it. Low-grade warp signatures, nothing is sophisticated. Someone's been here, but probably not with the kind of technology that could explain the stellar phenomenon. Let's get closer to the gas giant and its moons to see if we can find any other clues. This is interesting. We're picking up several moons around this gas giant, and some of them are habitable. Admiral, I'm picking up comm traffic. One of these moons is inhabited. Why don't we pick up outside the system? There are thousands of background signals in space, so many from civilizations we haven't encountered yet. Since a preliminary long-range scan of the system showed no Class M or L planets, it seemed that nobody thought that it would be inhabited. Our computers just classified these signals as ambient background, until we were right on top of the transmissions. Universal Translator is updating now. Any signs of starships or bases? What the hell are they warping in now for? A few minor orbital facilities, significant industrial infrastructure, 8 billion inhabitants. So I'm picking up a few low-level warp trails. Nothing the size of a starship, maybe a handful of probes. There's evidence that we've come across an early warp-capable civilization here. Let's conduct a few more scans. If this is a warp-capable society, we need to make first contact. We don't want them to seem hostile.
Greetings, unknown vessel. This is Administrator Kumar K. Please provide identification.
This is Admiral. I represent the United Federation of Planets.
Welcome to Lukari. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the chance to meet and exchange information with travelers. I regret that you have arrived at a difficult time. You may have noticed that our home star has become unstable. I'm leading a project to try to reignite the star. Unfortunately, we've already suffered severe disruptions, and we have a lot of problems to tackle right now.
You've had visitors from other species?
Yes, we've previously had contact with the Zenkethi and the Ferengi. We've heard a bit about the Teferi and the Breen, but they haven't ever been to our system. Our home world provides for all of our raw material needs, along with a few mining outposts around the asteroids and the gas giant. We've never had a compelling need to engage in space exploration. And now that our sun is going out, we're scrambling everything we've got to see if we can find a solution or a way to evacuate at least a few of our people.
On behalf of the United Federation of Planets, I extend greetings and hope for peace and mutual prosperity between our people.
I am honored to have the chance to make first contact with your people. My people have had little contact with other species, but that could change if we discover that we have mutual goals and interests. Of course, if our star goes out, this will also be last contact.
My ship is part of a larger fleet. We have advanced technology and may be able to assist you.
We have a solar probe ready that contains the booster module that needs to be fired into the star. It's capable of warp 2. There's a problem, though. The probe's remote navigation systems don't work. All of the interference from the solar flaring and guttering is blocking the signal. Could your ship get a trajectory plot so that we could set a pre-programmed course?
We'll look into it. We can use our astrometric computers to build a plot. What adjustments do you want to make? Probe trajectory, sir. We are points, so we run what? Good. It's good.
We're getting your telemetry now. I'll have my engineers prepare the probe. Let's see if this works. Nothing to worry about, just the future of my planet.
We'll hold position for you to launch the old probe.
The probe's made it out of orbit. Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range.
Probe's engines are hitting full burn.
It's gone to warp.
We're tracking telemetry from the probe. Its guiding systems and sensors are functioning.
The probe is arriving at the solar corona. Deploying chromodynamic booster. No effect. It didn't work. Repeat. Well, it didn't work. That was our one shot. Thank you for trying to help. I'm not sure what to try next. Maybe we can evacuate a few people. I'm not going to give up. But the situation is grim. If your people can offer any other help, we would welcome it. But I just don't see a way to relocate 8 billion people in the next few hours.
We are not necessarily out of solutions. We might still be able to find a way to reignite the star. Sir, unknown vessel entering the system. Small but can't get readings on the hull. Getting very strange readings from the ship. Can't read the interior at all.
My name is Caldano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time. I'm here to help with the problem with this star. I'm a scientist, and I have some specialized knowledge that can help.
It's nice to meet you, Carl. Your help will be appreciated.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my home star. My people are the ones at risk here. If you have some way to reverse this process, my people should be involved.
Agreed. Since no other solutions have presented themselves, we should at least hear him out.
All right, I'm willing to do so, but it will take me a little while to get a shuttle out there. As you might imagine, things are a little hectic over here right now.
Don't worry, we don't need a shuttle.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior due to the subspace manifolds. I'll go ahead and bring you aboard.
Why would you need a whole crew to say hello? Dun, dun, dun.
Welcome aboard. I'm Caldano.
You moved me here without crossing the intervening space. You have quantum teleportation technology.
Yes, we call it a transporter. It has a limited range, but it's useful for going from surface to ship.
Impossible! This ship's interior is massive, even though it's no bigger than a shuttle.
My ship uses compactified subspace folds. It's bigger on the inside.
Right now, though, we have bigger issues to handle.
This is all quite overwhelming. This Caldano person is another stranger from somewhere else. And you're here to help with our dying star?
Yes, we came to investigate the star and now we're involved.
Oh. Yes, I suppose I can see how a star suddenly dying might attract someone's attention.
Normally my people are explorers and we would open diplomatic relations to engage in first contact, but this isn't a normal situation.
It's an odd coincidence. We'd probably never have met if it weren't for the trouble with the star. My people have never really had any desire to go exploring out there. We've sent a few probes and met a couple of neighbors, but we're happy at home and we have what we need, so why risk it? I guess this crisis answers that question. The galaxy is bigger than us, and to survive we need to look past just our homeworld.
United Federation of Planets makes exploration and peaceful contact with new species one of its prime missions.
It sounds like you have a lot of experience in meeting other kinds of people. Maybe if we survive this, we can take the chance and learn more about each other, to talk about what we might have in common and what we have to offer.
I'm sure that my people will want to open relations. Your experience here will make you a natural choice to participate in those discussions.
What can I do to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something, to be involved in solving this problem.
Stay with Caldano. This is his ship, so he can probably explain it best. Why did he change his clothes?
Welcome to my ship. Don't be alarmed. This vessel is from the 31st century, and it has some technology you may not recognize yet. I can assure you, though, that I'm here to help.
That explains why I wasn't able to scan it through your ship's hull, or how you are able to have technology that can repair a dying star.
Correct. I'm associated with the Temporal division of... well, let's just say that I'm an ally from the future, and I'm here to save the Lucari star.
So this involves changing the time stream? I've had about enough of that recently.
No, I'm trying to prevent changes. Someone's tampered with this star. It's not supposed to die out here. The Lucari don't disappear today, at least not if we have any say in it. I have some technology that can help, but we'll need to rework it in order to repair the star's fusion processes. What I need you to do is help me align this matrix to match the star's original spectrum.
Alright, I'll try to align the matrix.
I'll regulate the device's main power state from this console.
So while scanning, I got some data on Caldano, and it's a little surprising. He seems to be a hybrid of human and Vulcan with a small amount of DNA from the people of this world. Apparently at some future date, these people and Lucari have a stronger tie with the rest of the galaxy. So he's not just protecting this planet, he's protecting his own ancestors from annihilation. This actually means he's probably more reliable. Let's finish repairing this star. Oop.
Sounds like whoever tried to destabilize the Lucari stars decided to come knocking. Let's see who... They're packing a real wallop! Shields just went down! We have incoming!
Weapons ready, prepare for repel boardings.
What are those things?
Folians! Keep them away! I need to finish these computations! I have the device shielded in a force field, but I can't deploy it until these Tholians are out of the way. Shields are back up! They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over.
We've got a breather. Now I just have to charge the device and prepare it for use. In just a few minutes, it'll propagate a quantum wave shift that should correct the star's stalled fusion process. You should head back to your ship, and I'll send the administrator back home. The device is charging. We should be just a few minutes away from repairing the star now.
Give us the talks, mutant.
Now the Tholians want my quantum phase inhibitor.
You will surrender the talks, mutant, or you will be destroyed.
Obviously, we can't let them have it. We just need a little more time to rejuvenate the star.
Oh, I don't know if we get those nets up as fast.
Capacitors full. Firing in 3 seconds.
Activating the rejuvenator.
It's working! Look at the star. Check the spectral readings. The fusion process is reigniting, and it's returning to normal.
Readings are stabilizing. The shockwave should be barely noticeable by the Lucari.
Some of those ships have just arrived at our home system. They're attacking our homeworld. We don't have any way to repel starships like this. Please help us.
On our way.
Please, you have to stop them. We don't have any warships or space weapons.
I need your help! They've stolen my quantum phase inhibitor!
How rude.
Thanks for the save, but the Tholians managed to steal the Tox Utot while they had my ship webbed. That must have been their plan all along. My data suggests that the Tholians used a trilithium warhead to destabilize the star. But the amount of resources needed to build such a weapon makes it inefficient, to say the least. No, I suspect that somehow they knew that I'd come here to save this star, and that I would bring the Tox Utot. Fortunately, the Lucari star is safe. However, nobody else will be as long as the Tholians have that device. They could use it to snuff out or destabilize stars anywhere they want.
Have to try to get it back from them somehow. But that means we have to figure out their next target.
I have some thoughts on that, but I will need to do some calculations. These events and the Tox Utot itself are tied up in the Temporal Cold War. The Tholians may not care, but by using the Tox Utot, they risk distorting the timeline by wiping out civilizations that are supposed to survive into the future, such as the Lucari. I'll be in touch. At least now the Lucari will have a promising future.
Understood.
Caldano is correct. You have preserved our future. My people will be forever grateful, not to mention my personal gratitude, of course. I think we have a bright future ahead of us, if you'll forgive my play on words. I am eager to see where it leads. Thank you once again.
My people will contact you again soon. We have many matters to discuss.
I wish I could ask you about your science, your trade, your society. Oh, I suppose there will be time for all of that now that our crisis has been averted. Won't there?
First contact with other species is one of our most important duties. Our initial meeting has shown promise for an exchange of culture and knowledge.
I think our friend the administrator here is going to need a ride home. Would you mind? If you'll pick her up and take her home, I'll start looking for more data about the Tholians' plans.
We'll rendezvous with you shortly.
I have collected an amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
She should have had more say, because she talks at the beginning and the end, but nothing in the middle. It seems that first contact with the Lucari has gotten off to a reasonable start. Now we just have to hope that when the Tholians show up again with the Tox Utot, we can stop them from doing anything disastrous. We are ready to leave the system on your order. Okay, that's the end of that particular episode. So let's collect. I'm just going to go with the phaser. Ah, damn you, STO. First contact is a significant event for the Federation. We'll be glad to open a dialogue with the Lucari people. Unfortunately, the loss of the Tox Utot is troubling. We have some reports about this device from when Jean-Luc Picard encountered it on Riser in 2366. And obviously we can't let the Tholians keep a piece of future technology that can destabilize stars. But we'll have to deal with that later. And again, grabbing the random weapons is always good for your endeavors. Okay. That's the end of this particular episode. If you liked what you saw, let me know why. If you didn't like what you saw, let me know why so I can try to improve. I just ask that you keep it civil in the conversations down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.